All right, court is calling 2024 CR 4065, State of Texas versus Crystal D. Molina. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Nicole Thornborough for the state.
Oh, you all need to reverse. For the defense?
Monica Anna Guerrero for the defendant.
All right, and are you Miss Molina?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, you received all discovery. Did you review it with your client?
Yes.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Ms. Molina, did you review the application for community supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you sign it?
Yes.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yeah.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Proceeded on count 2 and waiving remaining counts.
Any objection?
No objection.
So your waiving counts
1 and 3.
Did you understand you're charged in count 2 with misapplication of fiduciary property, 2,500 to 30,000?
Yes, Your Honor.
As a state jail felony, range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, sir.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
Yes, I do.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain? Do you understand it?
Yes, I did.
According to the plea, the state is proceeding on count 2. Punishment is to be assessed at 2 years in the state jail facility. There's a $2,000 fine. No application for deferred adjudication. State recommends community supervision. There's to be restitution of $10,000 to DZ Industries. And you are not to be employed in the capacity where you handle or control funds that are not your own funds. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense is at the plea.
Yes, Your Honor.
State is at the plea.
Yes, Your
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 4 years. Did you understand that's a recommendation from the state and the court does not have to follow that recommendation?
Yes, Your
Then to the offense in count 2, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Honor. No contest.
State any evidence.
Did I proceed to Exhibit 1 and its attachments?
No objection.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Here's my question. Is she going to be able to pay this $10,000?
Yes, over the next 4 years, that's, she understands that is, yes.
Yes.
She was recently, let go from her job as of yesterday, but she's in the process of finding another job. She's confident she's able to do that. She's always worked. She's has to work to take care of herself, and so she fully intends to pay that restitution.
All right, I'm going to set this for a PSI, and at the date of this PSI, she needs to come up with half.
Okay.
All right. Set this off for 60 days. All right, February 17th, you need to pay at least half. So that's $5,000. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And do y'all want a PSI or you want to waive it? Because my concern is her paying the half of this restitution.
We'll do it. Yeah.
We're fine either way, Judge.
All right, so she needs to come up with half the restitution on that day.
Okay.
All right, we'll see you back on February 17th.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And just to confirm, there's actually no PSI.
No PSI.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Thanks, Judge.
Court is calling 2024 CR 4065, State of Texas versus Crystal Molina. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Nicole Thornburg for the state.
Defense?
Monica Anna Guerrero for defendant.
And are you Miss Molina?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you entered a plea to count 2 of no contest. The state waived counts 1 and counts 3. According to the plea bargaining agreement, there's no application for deferred adjudication, and the state is recommending community supervision. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I think on this case, the defendant was to pay half of the restitution.
Yes, Your Honor. The defendant, we spoke last week. I was told she had the money last Monday. As of today, she no longer has the cash for the restitution in her possession. We have, the money is coming from family members who are helping her. This morning, we're waiting on a deposit into our trust account, so that we can ensure that that can be deposited with the court.
All right, I'll see you all back at 2 p.m.
If I may also say, we would want the money in our trust account, we'd want that to make sure it's cleared. So I don't know that at 2 p.m. today.
So
that
does
would
she
be-
have a check?
She doesn't have a check or a cashier's check. Not today. We've been scrambling, trying to get that money to the court today. The
So
person who's providing the money is in California. And so it's been a little hard.
So I don't understand why, we can go off the record. I don't understand why a few days ago she had the money and now she doesn't. Somebody explain that to me.
I can. I have the cash, and then I had a falling out with my mom. So I gave her the 3,000 back, and this is where we're at.
All right, so that means that you have 2,000, correct?
Not in my possession.
Well, where is the 2,000?
I sent it back to my brother-in-law and my sister. Because I was just, you want me to be honest, I was just gonna come here with nothing and whatever you sentenced me to.
All right, well, if you come here with nothing, I'm not following this plea bargain agreement. So, and I will tell you all, the last time I'm going to reset this case for money to be given, and this will be the last date for this. Otherwise, you're going to jury trial because I'm not going to accept the plea. So are they deposited in your account today?
That's what we've been told.
All right, so you're all going to come back on the 27th.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Ms. Ferguson, that's a recall for the 27th.
Judge, may we approach?
Yes.
We've discussed in the alternative, and this is just an idea we're brainstorming together, is to add a condition of probation that money be paid within 30 days, and if not, that there'd be an MTR.
No. Because at the end of the day, following a motion to revoke on not paying money, if she comes in and she provides proof that she has no funds, then the motion to revoke cannot be granted. So
Okay.
I'm giving till Thursday.
Okay.
All right, thank you. You're welcome. Who's here on Crystal Molina?
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning. So where are we on this?
We
case?
have money today. We have
Oh, wow.
$5,000 in a
How
cashier's
much?
check, 5,000.
Okay, awesome.
Mhm.
Then let's proceed.
Okay.
Ms. Abrams, on this sentencing, they have $5,000 for the complaint, and if you can instruct them where they need to deposit that. All right, we're here for sentencing, correct?
Correct.
All right, the court is calling 2024 CR 4065 State versus Crystal Molina. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Nicole Thornburg for the state.
Monica Anna Guerrero for defendant.
And are you Miss Molina?
Yes.
All right, you entered a plea to count 2 on December 19th. According to the plea bargaining agreement, punishment was to be assessed at 2 years in the state jail facility. There's a $2,000 fine. There's no application for deferred adjudication. There's to be restitution of $10,000 to DZ Industries. And you were to agree not to be employed in a capacity where you are in control or handle any type of funds that are not your own. Are parties ready to proceed with sentencing?
Yes.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Not right now, Your Honor.
All right, so my understanding, since you have the $5,000 cashier's check, and is that made out to DC Industries?
It's made out to Bayer County CSCD.
All right, so, Ms. Abrams, if you can make sure that that goes directly to restitution. All right, then, so the remaining restitution amount would be $5,000, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And Ms. Abrams, on this case, if you could make sure they set up a payment schedule for her, and if she missed any payments towards restitution, let the court know so we can have a compliance hearing. So do you have any children?
I do. I have one son. He's 23 years old and a grandson.
All right, how old is your grandson?
A year and a half.
And what do you do for employment?
Well, I was doing accounting,
Okay,
sales, customer service.
so, I mean, are you currently employed?
I am not. I'm looking.
All right, so in this court, I require that everyone have employment. If they don't have employment, there needs to be a reason. For example, if they're on SSI, then they need to provide proof of that. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, the court is going to sentence you to the court is finding you guilty. The court will sentence you to 2 years in the state jail facility, suspended and probated for 5 years. If you're able to pay off everything early, then the court will reconsider.
I just want to clarify that it's 4 years that we agreed on.
No, that's outside your group.
Okay,
It's just what is recommended by the state. If you complete everything early, then you can perhaps be terminated early. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
But the key about this probation, you need to pay that $5,000. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, proof of employment within 45 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors or in any occupation where you are in control of any type of funds. So you can't be a cashier, you can't do any of that. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
to clarify for my client, employment with minors or elderly, is that what it was?
Healthcare
Healthcare.
provider. So
Okay.
she can't be in any position where you're working with vulnerable people.
Okay.
So for example, the home healthcare field, you're not to be help someone at their home. You're not to take care of the elderly. You're not to take care of minors. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So if you want to work at a fast food restaurant, you can work at a fast food restaurant. If you want to, well, you're really limited since you're not able to handle money. You're not able to be a cashier.
Right.
So if you want to work at a restaurant, you can work at a restaurant. They can give you your tips. That's fine. But anything where you are involved with exchanging money, you're not allowed to do. All right. If you want to be a hostess at a restaurant, you can be a hostess. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Or if you want to be a welder. So no involvement, no occupation involving the transfer of funds. And I'll give you 45 days to
45
find employment.
Yes, ma'am.
There's to be 200 hours of community service restitution. You okay? 100 hours will be waived if you decide to obtain a higher level education, or if you decide to obtain a certificate for welding or anything of that nature. You understand? And if there's something else that you would like to do to improve yourself, then just let probation know, and I'll consider deducting the community service hours for that. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
There's going to be field visits 1 time per month for 6 months. There's to be restitution of $5,000 to DZ Industries. And that restitution amount, Ms. Abrams, is just what she will owe remaining on the $10,000. Yes.
Thank you, guys.
And I'll notate in the docket sheet that you paid $5,000. There's a $2,000 fine that will be probated. And can you tell the court, why did you take these fines?
I don't want to give you an excuse. It was just a bad choice on my part. I mean, I can give you the excuse.
No,
but
no, give me the,
Moving for, well, I was a single parent. I know it's not an excuse because I could have got a second job.
yes.
But it was just a bad decision. And moving forward, I would like to do what is necessary by you and the courts and probation and move forward.
All right, and the reason why I asked that question, I asked that question so that I'll know if there are any other courses that are needed from you, okay?
Mhm.
So, Ms. Abrams, and I'll deduct another 100 hours from the community service, but I am going to require you to complete the MRT course. All right, is there anything else, Ms. Abrams? Is there anything you need from the court to be successful?
No,
All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it?
yes, Your Honor,
And did you sign it?
I did.
All right, because this is plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing, in this court, to be successful, communication is key. If you're having an issue, let your probation officer know about it. If you feel as though they're not addressing it, then you can always come back to the court and we'll figure out what's going on. All right, good luck to you.
Thank you
And
for
thank
your
you. You
time.
always dress appropriately for court. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Have a good one. Yes,
Just to confirm, is this one?
count two. You're welcome.
Thank
Thank you.
Let's get the facts straight. She loves a verbal ashtray. Never blowing smoke when she gets pissed. She's quick to castrate. Love her on a good day, love her on a bad day. Either way, she's here to stay, stay, stay. Call up